Thank you for the very well job done. I know the first day may have had a few glitches, but I know we were able to pull our act together and we managed to pull it off. To all the people who joined us online in Pathable, then we crossed to Zoom, thank you very much for joining us. We hope you've had an enriching experience. We hope you've also seen what Uganda has to offer as a country, as famously known as the Pearl of Africa. And we hope that all the conversations that have happened have been able to sort of open your minds up to see what other registries are doing and also take lessons on how to improve your services in your different jurisdictions. My role now, like Andrew has said, is to just hand over to Michael, who will take us through the CRF hosting announcement and then give an update on the AGM before we'll move into the closing remarks. For me, again, thank you again for being part of this discussion. Thank you for being part of the conference, and thank you for joining us in Uganda for this conference. I now hand over to Michael for his remarks. Michael, over to you.
Thank you, Dennis. And I speak for the entire executive here. A big thank you to you and Andrew. You've been absolutely superb these last 3 days. It's not easy to be an MC at any event, but a virtual one. I think you guys have done a fantastic job, so thank you very much. As members would know, the AGM is scheduled for later this month on the 24th of November at 9 a.m. UTC time, around about 10 p.m. I think New Zealand time, so another late night for me. We have got 33 member jurisdictions registered to attend the AGM, so we've met our quorum provisions under our constitution, so that meeting will go ahead. We are requiring ballots to be back to the Secretariat no later than the 19th of November. They've already started coming through. So again, thank you to members who have already lodged their ballots. In terms of CRF 2022, Dennis and members, we are still going through the process of evaluating applications for hosting rights. We are very close, I think, to agreeing a host, and I would expect to be in a position at the AGM to announce our wonderful hosts for 2022. So like Andrew, I'd like to just thank the government of Uganda and URSB for a wonderful conference. You've done terrifically well, our first virtual. So thank you, Dennis.
Thank you very much, Michael, for those remarks. I would now like to invite Ms. Caroline Egesa, the conference director, to give her remarks. Carol, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dennis. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you from Uganda and from URSB to all our speakers for the past 3 days. It's been interactive, it's been informative, and we definitely appreciate the time that you have taken to prepare, to make sure that you're all present. So thank you very much. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our participants virtually, internationally. Some of you are on morning time, afternoon time, evening time, night time, but you've been present, you took the time to register, you took the interest, you asked the relevant questions, you listened in, and I hope that from this conference we'll be able to make positive changes to our different registries so that we can be enabled to serve our clients better. There's always something new to learn every day in the different subjects that we discussed, the cross-border, the artificial intelligence, the cross-government services. So it's really been a lot, and I really, really hope that it's been productive, and we'll take what we've learned and apply it to several registries. I would also like to say that given the different presentations that we've had, we can still get in touch with the CRF Secretariat if we would like to take the discussions further on the various topics that have been discussed, so that we don't just stop here, but we go on to have more discussions to see how it's practically been done, especially with the new normal that we are operating in. And I'm sure that we'll have great results from this CRF conference of 2021 Uganda. I would also like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much to our sponsors. Foster More, what you've done is really great. The social hour, I was part of it, and people caught up, and so thank you for sponsoring that social hour as well. It's not only been business. Thank you very much to company for speaking. Russell, we really appreciate you, and we say thank you. NRD, Lever, it's been great working with you, and thank you for showing up and for making it to speak on how you support the registries. I would also like to say thank you to B Systems for sponsoring the conference as well. Last but not least, we've all been saying it's been a successful conference, but we wouldn't have done it without the CRF Exco giving us the various approvals that we needed and being there for us. So thank you very much to the CRF Exco members. I would also like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much to the CRF subcommittee that was put in place to really help us and support us and give us the ideas on how to pull off this successful virtual conference. We wouldn't have done it without you, and we really appreciate the team. We had Roseanne, the past president. Thank you very much, Roseanne, for coming in, advising us, and really steering us. Thank you very much, Michael, Latha, Shelley, Rob, Justine also came in. Thank you to Rachel. Thank you to Andrew. So thanks, everybody. I hope I haven't left anybody out. And last but definitely not least, I would like to thank the committee of URSB for putting in the effort, most especially the ICT team. Things can easily go wrong, and we wouldn't be able to go live, but they've managed it very well. So I would like to say thank you very much. And before I leave, I would like to thank our Registrar General for being able to make it, especially today during the presentation. And we really appreciate the support that you gave us along the journey to make sure that we deliver a good conference. I would also like to thank our government, especially the Ministry of Justice, for recognizing the importance of this conference and for sending representation and for being there for URSB and supporting us as a registry. So thank you very much once again to everybody, and stay well and stay blessed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carol, for those remarks. I would now like to invite Louise Smyth, the Chief Executive and Registrar for England and Wales at the Companies House in the UK, to give her remarks. And the President of CRF. Sorry, I forgot that.
Don't forget that bit, Dennis. It's the most important. Okay. Well, thank you. Congratulations to Carol and the team in Uganda. You did it. You pulled off our first virtual conference. So big round of applause to you. I don't think any of us underestimate the amount of hard work which this has required. I hope you'll agree that it's been hugely successful. Thank you for your patience as we work through some of the technical issues on the first day, but I don't think these really detracted from the great content that we've seen across the 3 days. I'd like to start by thanking the many wonderful speakers for their time. I've really enjoyed all the presentations, and to the moderators for their deft handling of all the questions from our attendees, and also to our sponsors who have helped to make this such a great event. It's clear that we're united in so many areas and are working towards common goals, which came through across all the sessions. Firstly, the digital advances we've each made in the wake of COVID have proved to be vital for the benefit of our economies. However, we need to keep that momentum going. I keep saying here, we can't go back and find ways to fully capitalise on the opportunities available through new technologies such as artificial intelligence and blockchain. There is also a continued focus on the transparency of beneficial ownership information, and this is growing in momentum. I think, I can't remember who said it, but somebody said it's not an option, it's compulsory. There is an increased global demand for this data and for it to be open, interoperable, and in standard formats. We know that where the private sector and civil society have access to beneficial ownership data in bulk, it can be easily analysed and linked to other data sets, which can drive the development of new products, for example, in the due diligence space and detecting financial crime. The conference has also shone a light on the increasing globalisation of our registries and the need for us to work together to realise the opportunities that exist to support economic growth, prosperity, and to combat economic crime. While the conference comes to a close, we can continue to explore these issues through our networks with our sister corporate forums, our own technical workshops, and through our partnership with Enterprise for new ways to make it even easier for business. To finish, I would like to thank Andrew and Dennis, who've had a mammoth task of keeping us on track, and to the conference subcommittee for all their hard work behind the scenes. I'd particularly like to thank Roseanne, as Carol has, for her support to Uganda in planning this, bringing her many years of experience as a conference diehard to bear, but also to wish her well in her retirement from ASIC and her new role with Foster Moore. I can't let Michael Brosnahan leave here today without saying a few words. On behalf of myself, the CRF Executive Committee, all the team at Foster Moore, and many, many more, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Michael for his outstanding and selfless performance in the role of Secretary of the CRF since 2011. He has worked tirelessly to promote the CRF and its mission to existing and new members alike. Under his care, the organisation has grown in size and stature. We'll miss his trademark good humour and humility. We wish him well in his pending retirement from the New Zealand Companies Office after 40 years of public service. Thank you, Michael. Finally, I'd like to thank the beautiful country of Uganda for hosting our conference, and to Ms. Mercy Kainobwisho, Carol and her team for the months of hard work and planning to bring all of this together. I hope to see you at the AGM. Thank you all and goodbye. Kwaheri.
Asante sana, Louise. Just a quick quip from Michael here. He says 329 attendees, including 4 NGOs, 60 corporates, 18 non-members, and 247 members attended the virtual conference. Without further ado, wow. I would like to invite our Registrar General of the Uganda Registration Services Bureau, Ms. Mercy Kainobwisho, to give us her closing remarks. Then after that, we will have the national anthems in reverse order, and we'll close the event. I thank you all for attending, and over to you, Registrar General.
Thank you very much, our MC, Dennis, and I recognize the President of CRF, President Louise Smyth. Thank you for your kind remarks. Our heads of corporate registrars are here, our partners, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I take this honor to appreciate all of you for attending and participating in the 2021 Corporate Registers Conference that has been successfully held virtually through the Republic of Uganda, putting aside all the 3 days to attend and participate in this conference is evidence enough of your commitment to the ease of doing business in all our jurisdictions. As the theme for this conference, the ease of doing business and the role of corporate registers, we must continue to create infrastructures and platforms for easing the doing of business. And from the topics that have been ably discussed, the exchange of information and sharing of experiences, we must continue to take the lessons learned to another level as we transform our registries. In this digital economy, the corporate registries continue to play a critical role in the national, regional, and international transformation. And corporate registries continue to influence decisions. I'd like to especially thank all the participants in this conference, the Attorney General of Uganda for the support, the CRF as a committee, the director of the conference, our very own Mrs. Egesa, the presenters that have made great presentations, the moderators that have ably moderated, or the MCs of the 3 days, Andrew Williams and Dennis Nabende, we appreciate you greatly. A special thanks go to the sponsors that have already been mentioned, and special great thanks to the leadership of the presidents, the current and the past presidents of CRF, to the technical teams of the men and women that are behind the scenes, especially the ICT teams that have enabled this. We do appreciate you. And to all the participating CRF member jurisdictions, thank you very much. And from the numbers that have been mentioned by our MC, we do appreciate your appreciation. We want to wish you the best. Stay safe as we continue to maintain and expand and safeguard the corporate registers. I take this opportunity to also invite you to visit Uganda physically this time, but you can also utilize the virtual visitation platforms. Uganda is the pearl of Africa. It's a country gifted by nature. It is politically supported. It has a very beautiful environment. It is safe, and you can make time and come and visit. We have missed hosting you physically, but we believe that you can make time along the way to come and visit. And when you come to Uganda, do not hesitate to contact us. As Uganda Registration Services Bureau, we shall be here to serve you. We look forward to greater partnerships, to strengthen relations from this conference as we meet in the next CRF activities. I say this for God and my country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Registrar General. The last item is the playing of the national anthems. I'd request that we all stand to play the national anthems and then close. From us, Kwaheri, and see you next time.
Tutimize na malengo yetu, jumuiya yetu sote.
Provia, I switched on the microphone for Carol.